Okay, next step is to define our underground mine parameters and where we want to start the mine, or where we want to mine actually. If I just look at the coal thickness based on ABOS, so I turn off overburden first. So based on these contours, I can realize that along northwest area we have coal which is thick enough, then it gets thinner, and then in around this borehole we have very thick layer, and based on number of drill holes around it, so it should be accurate data. So it starts from 7.5 and it reduces to 4.5, then down here it gets 3.5. Very south part of our area, it is getting thicker as well, but the best part to mine is northwest and this around north part. So what we decide is to mine this area. It seems okay, but first we should check overburden as well. So if I turn off the coal contour and turn the overburden contour based on ABOS interpolation on, so I can see thickness of the overburden. It means that how much waste material I should remove before I get to my ore. So it is thick on north, it's about 1550. It's thick here as well. In here it is 1200. Around this borehole is 1300. Down here it gets very shallow, which is 500 to 415, so it is actually good. So if I mine here, its thickness is acceptable, and it is reasonable to mine from here, which is so shallow because it costs to construct an opening shaft. So it is better to have our entrance shaft in a very shallow area, so we can start mine here and go up north, or north a little bit angled like this and get there. So if you agree with that, so we can go and start mining, but before that we want our mining parameters as well. So for that there is a software which NIOSH generated its code. So it's a really simple software named ARMPS. So make sure to download it from the link that I provided to you. So actually it's ARMPS, and there is one ARMPS HWM which is for high wall mining. We want it without HWM, which is for room and pillar mining. So click on that, download that, and then open it. From here we can click on input and insert project parameters, or click on this edit pillar data. So it goes to import project parameters as well. So from data we realize that entry height, so the depth of cover, the thickest part of overburden is 1300, and our entry width base what I gave you is 20, and crosscut angle is 90. So if all the panels are perpendicular to the main entry. So, and then we have entry height. So entry height is as thick as our cold seam thickness. So the thickest part was 7.5. So what we can play with and decide is crosscut spacing and number of entries. So, and crosscut spacing and also center to center entry spacing is from center to center of panels in X and Y directions. So for example, if I insert 60 and 60 here, and if I view panel, so because I just have 2 entries, so I have 60-degree between crosscuts and 2 main panels. So I have 1 pillar between 2 rooms. So by that, if I click on result, so the factor of safety is 2.5, which is a lot. So in questions it says for mains, I think it says 4 to 6 pillars, and then or 5, I think it says 5 to 6 entries, and for panels it says 4 to 5 entries. So let's have 5 for each of them, and let's try 60 and 60 for entry spacing and 60 for crosscut spacing. So crosscuts are this way, entries are this way. So if I view that, so these are 60 by 60, and if I get result, it's 1.3. So our target factor of safety is at least 1.5, so it is not safe enough. So let's increase this to 70, and each of them 70 as well. So you can have them 670 and 60 these ones, but we want exactly same, because we have a really simple design. So then if I get results, so it's 1.67, which is good enough. And then for our main entry and panels, we can use 5 entries. So this is a good result. You can go ahead and also see view panel. In case I want less entries in panels, we see that factor of safety is even more. Make sure to check that we are using default overburden unit weight and cold strength. And the other thing is that we assume that we don't have gob any close to our design. So by these parameters we can have our design. So write down these values somewhere, especially 70 and 4, and we can now close this out. And if you want, you can go to next page of the result and get this and make a copy of the page, and you can cancel this out and go back to Carson. In Carson, so we saw that we have thinnest overburden somewhere here. So let's create our shaft entrance for our design somewhere there as well. So for that, so if you consider it somewhere approximately there, I can turn off this contours as well, and I create a new layer, name it, oops, I created two eyes. And I name it shaft, and you select it. We can draw a circle, and so here is my entrance.